Welcome to Unchained here on Pahrump News. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Tiffany Whitecloud is off tonight. Well, we have a great guest on our show tonight, and it's a dear friend of mine, Dr. Tom Waters. You may know him. We present the Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award together. He's also with the Disabled American Veterans, with the VFW, with American Legion. He served in the military 32 and a half years in the Air Force, and he is a mover and shaker here in town. And we're going to talk about one of the things that he is doing right now, and that is a proposal to bring back the Pahrump Town Board. When we return, Dr. Tom Waters. Sponsored by 123 Handyman, Yard Cleanup, Yard Maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leave you with a smile. Axe Exterminators. Give those pests the axe. Give them a call today for general pest control, rodents, termites, bed bugs, and so much more in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and surrounding areas. 775-990-2065. All right. I'm here with one of my favorite people, Dr. Tom Waters. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. I'm so glad to have you on the show. And it's like kind of muggy outside today.
Yes, it is.
They're saying it's raining everywhere. So it's all that time for that monsoon season. You know, that's kind of, right when you hit June. That's when they say monsoon season's here.
And it's raining in Las Vegas because I just came from Vegas.
Oh, really? See? Gosh. It's crazy. It's like right on time for those monsoons, huh?
Yes, it is.
So you've been doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I read a little bit about what you do, and your biggest question that people ask you is what?
Oh, am I really retired?
Okay. That is a big... I bet your wife asked you that.
Yes, my family asks that all the time. And other people ask, are you really retired? And you do all these other things.
Mm-hmm. So. And also, are you a medical doctor?
Yes. I do get new people in town that ask, because they call me Dr. Waters, they say, well, where's your practice? Well, I'm not a medical doctor.
Yeah.
I have a doctorate of education. So I've been a school administrator. I've been a director of education for a college. I can do those things. Yeah. But I cannot prescribe aspirin.
There you go. You practice education. I bet you probably have given an aspirin or two to somebody. Like Faye.
Only to my wife.
There you go.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about all these things because we talked about the DAV. You're a lifetime member of DAV, VFW, the
American Legion.
The American Legion, the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Military Officers Association of America, yes. And just all of these things. You hold the Purple Heart ceremonies here in town, and you were the person that really got them going, right?
Well, it's August 7th. It's August 7th every year, and it wasn't established by me on that date. It was established by George Washington in 1787. He established Purple Heart Day, and we've continued it all these years.
And every time I interview you about Purple Heart Day, when we have the ceremonies, I talk about how you have two Purple Hearts.
Yes. I have my Purple Heart, and I have my kid brother's Purple Heart.
Yes.
He was killed in Vietnam before I went to Vietnam.
Tell everybody who doesn't know what a Purple Heart means, what it is.
A Purple Heart medal is for someone who was either killed or wounded in wartime.
And you were the catalyst in really getting us, designated a Purple Heart town and Purple Heart County, right, as well?
Yes, and I don't want to take all the say I did it by myself because I didn't. Dan Peterson, was the commander of Military Order of the Purple Heart in Henderson's. And I asked him one day if Pahrump could be under the umbrella of his chapter. And he said yes. So we looked at it, and we looked at the requirements, and we met the requirements. So we were looking at making Pahrump a Purple Heart town. Well, John Koenig at that time, he was the chair of the county commission. Mm-hmm. And he said, Tom, since we're doing this, why can't we do it for the county as well?
Yeah.
So I asked Dan Peterson about that, and Dan said, why not? So on that same day in 2017, we, the town of Pahrump and the county of Nye, became Purple Heart entities.
You also helped in dedicating Highway 160 for U.S. veterans, right?
Yes. When you see the green sign that says highway dedicated to United States veterans, That was Butch Boraski. Butch Boraski and I talked to NDOT about doing that.
Yeah.
We initially wanted it to be called Veterans Highway. And NDOT came back and said, well, we can't name it Veterans Highway because it would run into another Veterans Highway.
Oh.
And we can't have two highways of the same name. He said, and they said, is it okay if we just dedicate it to United States veterans? And Butch and I looked at each other and said, that's what we want. So
Exactly.
the signs are there. And yes, yeah, I want to give credit to Butch Boraski,
Former
and John
county
Conant
commissioner
for making that
and
happen.
current county commissioner. And he was a former county commissioner
That's
at one
correct.
time, too, as well. All right. So, I mean, there's so many different things and so many different committees that you are on as well. The list goes on and on.
Yes, it does.
So, Chairman, Prostate Cancer Support Group, Chairman, Veterans Finance Committee, Rotary Club. I'm a Rotarian as well.
Yes.
And church leader at Pahrump Valley Academy, a board member. And you and I present the Andre Bush Harper Act of Kindness Award together.
Absolutely. And there are other awards on that we need to present. There's other people out there that really.
I know we need to get that going. He's now telling me to hurry up and get those awards.
Yes.
And yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to put it on my list. I promise. All right. You also have a show, which is on KPVM, the TV show. And they air it on the TV, but you also can see it on YouTube and Facebook, I believe.
That's correct.
All right. What's the name of the show?
It's entitled Nye County.
Nye.
And I have normally two guests of interest to the people of Nye County.
And is it it's veteran heavy, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
This is anybody that's of interest in Nye County. One of the things I try to do is to make sure that, because I was criticized of not telling people I'm a veteran, I wear a veteran hat
Yeah.
on the show. so I tried to do that, but it's, I guess some people just say, well, you need to say you're an Air Force veteran more often.
Yeah. Tell us about that, your service.
I served 32 years on active duty. I was a master sergeant in the Air Force prior to becoming a lieutenant, and then I stayed on and retired as a lieutenant colonel in 1997.
There you go. You also have been doing something lately, which used to be a town board member for the Pahrump Town Board years ago. See, I've been here long enough. I remember those days. Those were kind of good days back there at the Bob Roode Community Center. You know, I was there at all the meetings. Pretty good town board. You got a lot of things done. They voted, put on the ballot, I believe. Did we put on the ballot to vote to?
It was on the ballot to determine whether we wanted to retain the town board or abolish the town board.
Yes, and then
It was a very close vote.
Yeah.
But we abolished the town board.
What was
10
the
years
vote?
ago.
Do you remember?
Yes, I have the numbers right here, as a matter of fact, and give you exactly what they were. Their votes to abolish was 7,294, or 50.8%. The votes to retain was 7,063, for 49.2%.
Wow,
If-
that is close.
If 115 people had voted the other way, we'd still have a town board.
Yeah. And why is it important to have a town board?
I think it's important to have local government. You can have somebody that's focused on the needs of the people of Pahrump and the town of Pahrump. The county commissioners do the best they can, but they're county commissioners, not town commissioners. And for that reason, we need somebody that can focus on the details of the town needs, and get that to the county commissioners when we need their input.
And the town board is an advisory board, right?
Not necessarily. If the people vote for an advisory board, that's what they'll have. If they vote to elect an elected town board, then they have a town board that can actually run the government, set the budget, and so on. But everything now is still under the county commissioners. The previous town board was grandfathered under another NRS, Nevada Revised Statute. That statute has gone away. So every new statute, when you're creating a town board, now it falls under the county commission, not as an advisory board, but as a elected Pahrump town board.
And that would stay in effect until we get to the point of incorporation, which we'd have to have over 100,000 people, I believe, right?
According to NRS, there is a number, and then you have to move into something like incorporation. But I'd like to stay away from that completely at this point and only talk about the town board,
Yeah.
because that's what we need. We need local governments. if there's some people, I know there are quite a few people that say, we need to look at incorporation, don't look at a town board. You need to look at local government. And I think the place to start is a town board.
What falls underneath the control of the town board when they were in place or would be in place at this point?
There are only four things. The fire department. The town has control of the fire department, the cemetery, that's including the Veterans Memorial, the parks, including the fairground, the swimming pool, and the town's buildings and grounds.
And so people need to realize that that's what you're actually talking about when you're talking about the town board, that those
Yes.
would be the items that the town board would have control over and be voting on, talking about if they were in fact put in place.
If the town board was put in place, those are the items that they would have control over and responsibility for. You're still going to have some people say, well, I want this pothole in front of my house fixed. That's a county function. The responsibilities of the county commissioners and the county does not change. And many people think that if you have a town board, you're talking about the town board taking over everything in the town. And that's just not the case.
People haven't been super excited about leaders in general, but also, I mean, they're a little upset at the county commissioners right now. Do you think that this would help alleviate some of the frustration?
I'm not sure. I look at whoever you elect to run your government, to run your house, to run your town, to run your business. If you don't like the people, you're going to find something wrong with them. If you like what they're doing, you're going to support them. I think we need to support our county commissioners. And when we have a town board, and I think we will, I think we need to support the members of the town board.
So you had a meeting recently at the Valley Conference Center. How did that go?
I think the meeting went very well. Some people say we had a couple hundred people there. I did not count them. We had some people signed in, the ones who wanted to, and we had quite a few pages of people who signed in. But it wasn't for that. It was merely to let people know that we'd like to move forward, if interested, and what we plan to do is have it on the ballot in 2026, in November, and the people can make a decision. In 2027, if it passes, we'll have a town board in January 2027.
Did you have people passionate on both sides?
Yes, people are passionate on both sides. We have a lot of people that are opposed to it, and they'll come up with all the different reasons of why they're opposed. And that's good, because if they can make it better, when the town board comes back, they can make it better. Whatever was wrong in the past, they can make it better if they want to.
And what you're asking for is it to get on the ballot anyways for everyone to make a decision. So you're not making a decision on your own. You're just asking for it to be on the ballot.
That's absolutely correct. And let's clarify exactly what that is. 10 years ago, the people voted to abolish the town board. Every 4 years, every 2 years, we have an election. Every 4 years, we have a big election. 10 years ago, they abolished the town board. And people are saying, we already voted. Then why would you vote for a president every 4 years and a town board every 10 years or 20 years or longer? No, let the people make that decision.
And then as far as going about putting it on the ballot, what's that look like?
I think it looks pretty good, because when we look at the signatures we need to have it put on the ballot, it's nearly not that many. We were talking about 10%. If we only needed 10% of the people who voted in 2024, we'd need 2,422. I've been told that, we have a legislature that's still functioning right now, and things can change. And they said the NRS is changing, so it's 15% instead of 10%. That means we need 3,622.
All right. And so how are you on the signatures right now?
Well, we haven't even started a petition.
Oh, okay.
But once we have the petition, we'll let the public know where we are, and then they can come out and sign the petition if they choose to. If we get the appropriate numbers, and we'd like to go about 1,000 over what we need, once we get those signatures, we take it to the Nye County Clerk's office. They do the count. If we have the numbers, it goes on the ballot. And then everybody gets one vote. And then you can vote. And if you're passionate against it, vote no. If you're passionate for it, vote yes. And if you're on the fence, vote for it.
What's your deadline as far as getting this petition going?
There is no deadline.
Oh, okay.
As long as it happens before November 2026. However, we're moving.
Yeah.
We're not sitting still on this, and we have an organizing committee that's going to be coming together, and we'll talk about all the things that we need.
All right.
And once we do that, the public will be notified. We'll let them know exactly what we're doing, where we are, and where the petitions are, so they can come out and sign.
Are you going to have more meetings?
We don't need any more meetings. People will be asking questions, and I'm telling people, if you're opposed to the town board, tell your friends you're opposed. If you're for the town board and you want to sign the petition to get it on the ballot, then tell your friends that. And if they have any questions, they can always contact me. I give my email address, which is twaters2015@icloud.com. If you have any questions about the town board, that's the email address to use.
All right. Are you going to run?
No, I will never run again. I'm not a politician. I'm more of an advisor, and I can do more good outside of the town board. Not on the town board, not on the county commission.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And you can email Tom. You can find out more about the Pahrump Town Board, the proposal for
Yes.
it, as well by talking to him. And of course, he'll put it out there when he's going to have those petitions if you'd like to sign them. Thanks so much. And we'll get those Act of Kindness Awards going really soon.
Absolutely.
I promise. I'm not going to swear. I'm going to promise.
Thank you, Deanna.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Sponsored by Want to Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leaf you with a smile. Axe Exterminators. Give those pests the axe. Give them a call today for general pest control, rodents, termites, bed bugs, and so much more in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and surrounding areas. 775-990-2065. Thanks so much to Dr. Tom Waters for joining me today. I appreciate him so much, and you'll see those Act of Kindness Awards out soon. Well, today we're going to meet a new dog with Christy Sigmund from the Nye County Animal Shelter.
Hi, I'm Christy with the Nye County Animal Shelter. Today I am with Merlin. Merlin has been with us for over a year. Him and his brother came in as strays running at large. A Good Samaritan brought them in. Both him and his brother are incredibly shy. They need someone who is willing to give them some patience and some love and understand that humans are safe people. Because when he does decide that you are his human, he is an absolute dog. So this is Merlin.
What?
Come and visit him at the animal shelter. We are located at 1580 East Seary. You can also call us and set an appointment up if that is better for you at 775-751-7020.
Thanks so much once again, Christy, for showing us that wonderful dog. Once again, if you've lost a dog, if you found a dog or a cat or a tortoise, you can go to 24petconnect.com and put them up on that page. Also, you can look for the adoptable pets on that page as well. Or you can stop by the Nye County Animal Shelter and check out all the animals. They have like 80 dogs there right now up for adoption. Please check them out. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of Unchained. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night. Sponsored by Want to Tree, handyman, yard cleanup, yard maintenance, and so much more. Give them a call at 775-253-8066. We will leaf you with a smile. Axe Exterminators. Give those pests the axe. Give them a call today for general pest control, rodents, termites, bed bugs, and so much more in Pahrump, Amargosa, Beatty, and surrounding areas. 775-990-2065.